I'm going to turn the meeting over to Bill DeMORA from the state of Ohio. Bill is with the Democratic Party of the state of Ohio. Bill helped us run our last meeting, and I think he will do a fine job for us tonight. Thank you.
I make the motion that he doesn't take the ballots this time back in Columbus, please.
I'm going to overrule that motion. The State Democratic Party is conducting this meeting, and the ballots will go back with me to State Democratic Party. As people know, anybody that wanted to view those ballots came down and viewed them, including the Canton Repository just a week before Thanksgiving. So that motion is out of order. We're going to proceed, I think. Let the police move these are spilling coffee. Let's get him out of here. We're going to proceed with the agenda that I believe was passed out to everybody. I got a copy of it. Jeanette, I'm going to have you take a roll call of everybody. So if you want to come up here and do that, please, when Jeanette calls your name, please signify here or present or something just so we know who's all here.
David Armstead. Here. Kenneth Ash. Here. James Babcock.
Here.
Cynthia Ballas-Bratton. June Barlow. Here. Patrick Barton. Here. Michael Barberi. Here. Guy Bertram. Here. Lisa Biedenbach. Here. Timothy Blanford. Here. John Blanford. Here. Clyde Blanford. Robin Bloom. Here. Wayne Bowden. Tom Borkman. Corinne Brown, Teresa Bunch, here. Elizabeth Burek, here. William Busby, here. Nicholas Campanelli, Charles Campbell, here. Rick Campbell, here. Jay Carley, Thomas Carr, Margaret Castina, here. Daniel Cherry, here. Joy Ciccinelli, here. Nellie Cheon, Kathleen Klunk, Joe Cole, here. Michelle Cordova, here. Karen Cox, here. Richard Crenshaw, Jean Cross, here. Ed Davila, Paul Del Pupo, here. Frank DeMarco, here. Patrick DiOrio, Douglas Dixon, here. Maria Girolamo, here. Margaret Doherty, here. Patricia Dragos, here. Gary Dressler, here. Frank Dugan, here. Michael Ellis, here. George Elam, here. Mark Endress, James Ergon, here. Jane Ferrero, here. John Ferrero, here. David Fisher, here. Kevin Fisher, Viola Fisher, Douglas Foltz, Hope Forcione, Ronald Ferraccio, Judith Fry, here. Marilyn Gabbard, here. Walter Geckler, Paula George, here. Jody German, here. Richard Gilbert, John Jua, here. Kelly Now Shearer, Rain Gonzalez, Lemuel Green, here. Beverly Green, here. Edward Greer, here. Monica Gwynn, Bill Hammett, here. Michael Hahn, Robert Allen Karen, Scott Harder, Brian Howder, Gregory Hawk, Mary Healy, William Healy, Kevin Heim, Charles Henderson, Charles Hinkle, Jerry Hollinger, James Holmes, Cody Horner, Douglas Couts, Joanne Humphrey, Joseph Iacino, Raymond Isla, Gail Jackson, Shane Jackson, Dennis Johnson, Beth Marie Johnson Williams, Patrick Jordan, Dean Kaler, Edward Carew, Joy Kaufman, Philip Kirkbride, David Kervin, Linda Kunkel, John Kurtzman, Paul Lambert, Lee Laubacher, Lydia Lewers, Barbara Lewis, Joe Leolius. Douglas Lombardi. Derek Lloyd. Lori Lunkwitz.
Here.
Mike Mahaney. Charles Meyer. Johnny Meyer. Melanie Macon.
Here.
Tammy Maley.
Here.
Richard Mallon. Robert Martin. Tiffany McLeod. Juanita McFadden Hill.
Here.
Barbara McFerrin.
Here.
Robert McGill. Cheryl McGurk. Grace McGrainer. Larry McGrath. Dale McKim. Delano Means. Stephen Meeks. John Meeks. Russell Metzger. Don Milano. Rodney Miller. George Miller. Fred Miller. Norma Mills. Ronald Morris. George Mullane. Barbara Mullane. Jeanette Mullane is here. Timothy Mullane. Joseph Narduzzi. Teresa Norsha Large. Gloria Norris. Andrew Passwaters. Paul Pasterson. Phyllis Phillips. Dwayne Pitts. John Pizzino. Demetrius Poussalides. George Poussalides. Terry Prater. Jeffrey Prophet. Sandra Ramos. Thomas Ream. Stephen Reich. Eric Resnick. Patricia Rhodes. John Ring. Paulette Robinson. Anthony Rodriguez. Charles Rohr. Stacy Roth. Jerry Lee Ryan. John Sabo. Mark Scarpiti. Judy Chirac. Sandra Schlegel. Joseph Schlegel. Andrew Schneider. Alan Schulman. Jan Schwartz. Fred Scott. Lisa Seckman. Jeffrey Sarah. James Shannon. Deanna Shanauer. Christine Smith. Amy Smith.
Here.
William Smith. Paula Marie Smith. Harleen Smuckler. William Smuckler. Demetrius St. John. Betty Stephen. Harry Sturgis. Amanda Stewart. Keith Strobel. Timothy Studer. Carol Sukos. Joyce Sumlin. Timothy Swanson. Sheila Taylor. Michael Thompson. Holly Titchener. Tony Townsend. Sandra Troyer. Mark Wakeham. Ronald Ward. Thomas West. Norma Wilkerson. Harold Williams. Philip Williams. Timothy Wise. Jerry Yost. Thomas Young. Melvin Young. Roger Zachary. And David Singh.
Who came in that would have a name calls for me?
Pat DiOrio. Norma Mills.
Tony Townsend,
Tony Townsend.
Dan Seary. Dan Cherry,
Dan Cherry, okay.
As long as you're here before we start any official voting, obviously you're allowed to vote, so you can check in the entire time of the meeting. And if we have another roll call vote, we'll have the same process.